Hi guys, you're welcome back to Senator Kelesi and you for another exciting episode, and I am going to be taking you through a step forward that everybody is looking forward to. Imagine applying for a German visa and getting it in less than 1 month. No more waiting 6 months just for an email from the embassy. No more rejections at the German embassy window when you go there, and most importantly, no more paperwork. Is that not something amazing? In 2026, Germany launched the Work and Stay Agency, and this is the single most biggest change in immigration, in German immigration, in a decade. If you are a skilled worker or a student or somebody who is looking for an Ausbildung position, this agency is actually the brain behind handling your application. So things are going to go faster, smoother than they have always been. We all know that Germans are known for bureaucracy, and I've mentioned that in several of my videos. And in the old system, the German embassy does not communicate with the Federal Employment Agency. The Federal Employment Agency does not communicate with the local foreigners office, and so you need to deal with these authorities one after the other. And so you had to send hard copies of your documents or emails, PDFs to all these different government departments. But everything has just changed now with the launch of the Work and Stay Agency. As of 2026, that nightmare of sending documents to different government departments is all over. And I am going to be breaking down the new Work and Stay Agency and how it connects with the new digital system, which I already mentioned in a video just last week, and how these work together to be able to process your documents, to be able to process your visa, and you get it in record time. So I am going to be taking you through all these just to let you know that moving to Germany is getting faster. So we are going to dive right into it. If you are new to my channel, of course, click the subscribe button, and when you watch my videos, leave a comment. You can also send a like or a heart, and that is going to help me know how I am serving you. Thank you very much. And so just to get into the whole story, breaking it down, I would say that you should imagine the Consular Service Portal as the digital doorway to Germany, and then the new Work and Stay Agency as the engine that is driving this digital doorway, or the back end office that operates this. And so there is a rule here which you should understand, and that is the once only rule. This once only rule is actually what is going to help your documents to be processed faster. Remember, in my previous video last week, I mentioned that you have to create an account at the digital portal at the consular service to be able to upload your documents. So that is the point where you upload all your documents. That is your certificates, your degrees, and your passport. And when you upload these documents to this portal, that is one time, and you are not required to upload them again, except for a missing document that you could be asked to provide. And when all these documents are uploaded to this portal, what happens now is the Work and Stay Agency distribute these documents to the various government departments. Remember, in the intro, I made mention of the fact that in the past, the embassies do not communicate with the federal employment agencies. The federal employment agencies do not communicate with the local foreigners office. And it has actually changed with the new Work and Stay Agency, because the Work and Stay Agency is responsible, and it distribute your documents to all these departments such that they can all be simultaneously accessing your documents. And of course, that means that the processes will be going faster than you can think, and that is very helpful in streamlining processes and making everything go smoothly. And now we come to the second part, which is the 27-day goal. Now, in building this and introducing this agency and the German Consular Service Portal, the whole thing there was to make sure that the visa processes are streamlined and that the processing times are reduced to less than 30 days. And of course, the target has been 27 days. That is like the magic figure that you should know. So the Work and Stay Agency offers that platform where German companies, that is employers in Germany, and also government agencies are able to access your documents. And how does this help? That already collapses the bureaucratic process where you had to be sending documents here and there, like I already mentioned. So this is a game changer, and this is something that we should take advantage of. So the target is having your visa processed in 27 days. That is the target here. The new Work and Stay Agency kind of works directly with the Consular Service Portal. Yeah, they communicate within each other. Remember, I said you should consider the Consular Service Portal as a digital doorway, and then the Work and Stay Agency as the engine that is behind that digital doorway that is able to push the documents to the various departments that it is supposed to go. So when you upload your documents, the next thing is, we know that AI is taking over everything. So your documents are going to be checked preliminarily by AI and also by humans, just to be sure that there are no errors. If they find out that a stamp is missing, or that your insurance is missing, or that a document is not correct, they are going to ask you for it. It's just before you submit your documents, and this reduces errors. It also reduces situations where there are easy rejections. So you are able to submit all the documents and in correct order. When all this is done, then we can be sure that the processes will go as planned. So we are going to talk about the timeline for implementation of this Work and Stay Agency. The implementation is supposed to be in phases, but as of the moment, it is already fully operational as the back end. So if you're applying as a skilled worker to Germany now through the Consular Service Portal, like I already mentioned, then your documents are going to be processed by this agency. They are going to be the ones to push their documents to the various departments. As of January 2026, all employers in Germany recruiting talent from outside the EU were required and obliged by law. This is stated in the Residency Act section 45C, that they are supposed to give information to all these new hires, all these new employees, to have free legal counsel such that they can know their rights and everything about their job. That was the first phase of this. The second phase, which has already gone operational, is that the agency, that is the Work and Stay Agency, is already fully functional. And like I mentioned, it is already the back end that works on your documents. They communicate with the Consular Service Portal to make sure that once your documents are received through the portal, then they are sending them to the various government departments or agencies here in Germany. The next phase of implementation for this Work and Stay Agency is that by mid-2026, a physical service desk will be opened at Frankfurt Airport. The duty of this service desk will be to give counsel to new employees arriving in Germany, and also to handle situations where somebody was missing a last document to submit, and then they can advise the person and the person will be able to submit the document. And then the last phase is that between 2026 and 2029, the federal government is actually allocating a huge sum of money, that is about 775 million euros, to be able to complete the IT infrastructure for this agency and then fully and completely migrate from paper-based work to digital services. This is what we should know for anybody who is applying to Germany or anybody who is planning of coming to Germany. You should know that things are getting better. Getting better because in the past, it wasn't like this. Of course, there will be personal testimonies about what happened at the embassy. Somebody applied for a visa, waited for 6 months, had an appointment, and when he got to the embassy, the person was told that he is missing a particular document, and he lost that appointment and had to schedule another appointment, which took another 6 months. So with the implementation of this work and stay agency, working together with the Consular Service Portal, all those processes are going to be streamlined and those occurrences will not be happening. Of course, things will go faster and that will work well for everybody. So the work and stay agency coming into play in Germany now is proof that Germany is finally opening its digital doors and trying to move forward. But also remember, for a process to be fast as it is being promised, it also means that there is no room for errors. You should be 100% accurate. Remember, I mentioned if you are to submit your documents to such a digital system, you should make sure that the scans are clean and readable and you are not going to have problems. Now, I am going to end up by asking you a question. Will you prefer having a faster visa process or a lower salary threshold for you to get a visa? Answer in the comment section and we can take the discussion further. And of course, we'll be looking forward to the next video and with you. Ciao.